nigga. We coming for you, nigga.
This episode is brought to you by FairDesk, a crypto derivatives trading platform founded by 6 former Binance execs and 3 former Morgan Stanley architects. FairDesk is a company focused on building a platform that enables traders to profit from both rising and falling markets. Sign up today and CB will credit you up to $600 in trading funds. For more information, visit fairdesk.com, link in the description below.
This my two Satoshis, this my two Satoshis. Who need 2 cents when they can get double from stacking Toshis? Yeah, this my two Satoshis, this my two Satoshis. Tune in and get the latest and greatest from stacking Toshis. This my two Satoshis, this my two Satoshis. Who need 2 cents when they can get double from stacking Toshis? Yeah, this my two Satoshis, this my two Satoshis. Tune in and get the latest and greatest from stacking Toshis. Yeah, that's where you need to get the real news at. Stop messing with them lames out there. CBTV. Let me out of here. Pop.
Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Okay. Ready?
Fucking thing sucks. We'll do it live.
Okay.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, it is Friday. Thank God it is Friday. Welcome to another episode of My Two Satoshis with yours truly, Crypto Blood. Now, we got a lot to get into today. You know, I'm Crypto Damas. If you guys don't know, welcome to the show. You can ask for an autograph after the show. I am Crypto Damas for a reason, okay? I found Bitcoin 10 years ago, jumped on it way before everyone else, or most people, I should say. Tried to put my people on before I started the YouTube channel. All my comrades and peers, I tried to get them on it, ladies and gents, but they did not listen. But today, I'm going to talk to you about ChatGPT. Now, everyone's ranting and raving about ChatGPT and, you know, what it's going to do and how it's going to eliminate jobs and it's the end of the world and all of this. And I actually kind of agree with a lot of that. I'm not going to lie. But today, we've got an article that actually touches on something that old Peter Schiff, our buddy Peter Schiff, yes, our buddy Peter Schiff, actually, I guess, queried ChatGPT about. And its answers kind of shocked me. And we'll talk about that later in today's episode. And I'm also going to show you and cloud up a little bit on when CBTV started covering ChatGPT. It wasn't at ChatGPT 4. It wasn't at 3.5. It wasn't at 3. It was at 2. I began covering ChatGPT. And actually, personally, started following it and researching it when it was just ChatGPT 1. So anyhow, welcome to the show. Hope everyone's doing well. Round of applause again for everyone tuning in. We're going to be talking about ChatGPT. We're going to be talking about Twitter dropping the Dogecoin logo. The price dropped as well. But I think it's still a great opportunity there long term because this won't be the last stunt that Elon pulls with the Doge community. And I think you're going to see a longevity with this whole Dogecoin situation and meme coin and community. I think it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's actually a great tool to use as money or as currency, whichever way you want to slice and dice it. Currency, money, currency. I know Mike Maloney has a definition for each of them, but it's great for spending every day on coffee, on food, is a medium of exchange because there's an inflationary 5 million coins locked in there, programmed into the protocol for Dogecoin. So does it make it any really competitively advantage over any other coin? No, it doesn't, not necessarily, but the competitive advantage is the community. Okay, is the support by maybe the most influential man in recent history. So you have to take that into account when looking at various coins in the game. But anyway, make sure you guys do what you need to do, and that is jump on that stage, ladies and gents. Swing that leg around that thumbs up and smack it off the stage for me right now, ladies and gents. I need your support, and only way I can get your support and the only way we can get the algo to push this video and others like it is for you guys to thumbs up and comment in the video section below and in the chat room right now. All three of those help, and of course sharing this video on Twitter helps as well, and to your family and friends also helps. All right, so make sure you guys do that. Also, take a look at me over on Rumble with me in the jungle. I'll have a link in the description of this video for that. I've got 144 followers now. Just trying to get that up to about 200, 300 followers. This is where all the uncensored content is going. And of course, the content that I have live streamed here on YouTube as well is sent over there. So all the content, in addition to any uncensored content, will always reside on Rumble. So please make sure you're subscribed to me over there so you don't miss any of that content. Follow me on Twitter. That's where I'm most active. Don't forget it. If you want to really jump and connect with me, get me at Twitter, all right? CryptoBlood_ on Twitter, guys. I have just shy of 11,000 followers now. It's been a long grind. Joined in 2017. Yeah, I'm a fairly new Twitter user. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, a lot of crypto Twitter users are newer than even that. But yeah, I'm pretty new to Twitter because I didn't really do any social media before I started this channel. So it is what it is, but I am most active here on Twitter. Crypto Slate, let's take a look at the markets right now. We're currently sitting at $1.18 trillion market cap for the whole entire cryptocurrency industry. Bitcoin's down 0.5%, Ethereum down 0.65%, slightly more. But over the last 7 days, you can see that Ethereum has outpaced Bitcoin. I personally think it's because of the Shanghai upgrade. We're going to talk about that later in today's episode. But overall, pretty flat line. And it's been this way for quite some time. If you take a look at, I'm going to jump ahead and you take a look back here. We've been in this channel, guys, for about 18 days, going on 19 days now. Tight range. So I'm hoping we make some move up or down so we can start making some money here with Bloodalytics. Because I don't make too much money or actually lose money, to be honest with you, when it trends sideways like this. We need a good trend in one direction or the other. Word of the day, though, is jurisprudence. I don't even think I've ever heard of this word used anywhere, but it's essentially the theory or philosophy of law. So we need to revamp the jurisprudence of law in America because we clearly are using it as a political weapon, and we're getting out of control with it. You guys know what's going on right now, but that's a whole nother conversation. But jurisprudence, let's see if you guys can use that in today's episode. Let's look at Forex Factory because we've got or had some news come out earlier this morning at 8:30 a.m. Average hourly earnings, but more importantly, we had the non-farm U.S. employment change number come out, and guess what? It came out higher than expected. So that means the economy is still a little hot. A little hot. Now, the stock market is closed today on Good Friday as an observation of Good Friday. So we really don't know. Futures are up a little bit, very minimal. It's very confusing to me that we are even up in the futures right now after seeing the non-farm employment change come in at 236 instead of the 228,000 number was forecast. So higher than forecast, but maybe because it was lower than prior, which was 326,000, maybe that's why we're not seeing that big of a sell-off in the futures today. Unemployment rate came in lower which is, again, good for the economy, but bad for those who think that Jerome Powell is going to slow down. But yet again, the previous number was 3.6. I don't know if this includes any revisions. You know, they like to play those trickery games with us. But hey, that is where we are with things. I'm surprised that the markets are behaving the way they are with those numbers. Now, the Dixie, though, on the other hand, did move up. It was up 0.25% today so far. It's up trading at 102.06. Are we going to build a base and start heading higher? Is the milkshake theory still intact? Brent Johnson's milkshake theory. If you don't know about it, go check it out. Do a Google on that really quickly, and it will explain to you exactly how he sees the dollar playing out its last days. As the number one fiat, Donald Trump just came out with a headline I saw earlier saying that yuan will replace the dollar as the world reserve currency, and I literally just talked about that yesterday. So I don't know if Mr. Trump, Orange Man, is listening to me. I know he's not, so let me just shut up. But this is definitely happening, and it's happening right before our eyes, guys. It's very sad. It means lower quality of life for you and I if you don't become wealthy. So you better get rich or die trying. That's all I got to say on that topic. Let's look at the lackluster, very, very boring chart of Bitcoin. In the channel, hasn't made much of a move since yesterday. Actually, volatility has even dropped more than it was prior days, as you guys can see here. So we flatlined around $27,000, $28,000 Bitcoin. No real news here, guys. If we don't see any action above the channel at 28, let's just say $29,000 Bitcoin, or anything below $26,500 Bitcoin, there's really nothing for us to talk about. So keep those levels in mind. Other than that, it's a nothing burger. Dogecoin, as I talked about earlier, dives 7% as Twitter dumps Shiba Inu logo. Well, I asked how long this was going to last. I didn't think it was permanent. But, yep. RIP to the Twitter logo being Shiba Inu. No Dogecoin. See, what's interesting here is that two heavy whales actually cashed out during the 3 days with the Doge logo. So you had people waiting to get out, and that was their opportunity. Smart money knew, hey, this is a hype. This is a one-off event that's causing Doge to deviate from all of the other coins. Okay, so they took advantage of that. That is what you're supposed to do. And subsequently, Doge has plunged 7% in the recent day. So it says here, Elon Musk decided to switch back to the classic bluebird logo today. This comes after 3 days since the Doge mascot, also known as Shiba Inu, adorned the popular microblogging social platform. Well, he made on his word. That's all that matters, and that's dope to me. So it is what it is. Again, don't sleep on Doge long term. You might be surprised. We might be surprised what Doge ends up being and how prominent it ends up being within the crypto social geo community, to be honest with you. So let's see what happens. I got my bets on Doge long term, honestly, especially as a means of money, okay, or currency. It's perfect. That 5 million Doge inflation yearly is perfect for it being money. It's perfect for me to spend on coffee, to spend on a new pair of Gucci's or a Rolex. Doesn't matter. It's perfect for that because I'm not worried about it being significantly more in the future because there are less of them in circulation. That is the problem we have with, not necessarily problem, but that is the characteristic we have with Bitcoin, because there are only 21 million of them. It's scarcer every block, every year, every 5 years. So you're not going to really want to use your Bitcoin, guys. You really aren't. I'm not using any of my Bitcoin or anything. I've learned that lesson. I used to roll dice with Bitcoin back in the day, Satoshi dice. Shout out to all my Satoshi dice players. back in the day. Yeah, I ain't doing that again. All right, I'm not doing that again. Neither should you, in my opinion. Self-proclaimed, speaking of Satoshis, self-proclaimed Satoshi now targets Apple for allegedly breaching copyright with Bitcoin white paper. This guy has some real mental illnesses, doesn't he? He really does. If you don't know what we're talking about, it's been recently released or discovered that Apple had the Bitcoin manifesto hidden in every Mac since 2018. That's pretty interesting. That is crazy. So there's a PDF found of the original Bitcoin white paper on his MacBook. He said Apple has seemingly hid the original crypto manifesto in every copy of Microsoft OS since Mojave in 2018. Now, I wonder if this was a corporate-wide decision from the CEO down, or it only takes one individual, one employee, to slip that into the image, right? For that to go to every computer out there. So, I don't know, guys. I think this is more so a person, not a corporate-wide situation. As you guys can see, it's called simpledoc.pdf. So it's not like it's called a Bitcoin manifesto or white paper or anything like that. Satoshi, nothing. So this could slip by everyone. It only took one person to get that in there, and it's buried deep. So this is pretty interesting. I like it, though. Let me know your comments on that one. If you think this was corporate-wide, or you think this was a rogue employee that snuck this in there. But either way, however it happened, Satoshi Craig Wrong has accused Apple of breaching copyright by including the Bitcoin white paper in its Mac OS system. So the self-proclaimed Satoshi Nakamoto has been known for his controversial approach to claiming intellectual property rights over Bitcoin and its underlying technologies. This approach, often referred to as a patent trolling tactic, involves aggressively filing numerous patents related to Bitcoin and blockchain technology. Actually, patent trolling predates blockchain technology and Bitcoin. This is something that people have been doing for many, many years now. But he is the Bitcoin patent trolling king. That is for sure. Do you guys think he is going to actually sue Apple over this? I'm sure he will. I'm sure he will. He is a pathological psychopath, narcissistic, social, whatever you want to call it, that's regarding and related to a personality disorder. He's got it. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. Will SEC ramp up its scrutiny following the Shanghai upgrade? You know, I talked about Bitcoin and the Ethereum performance and how Ethereum has been outpacing Bitcoin as of late. Well, I think it's solely attributed to the Shanghai release, the upgrade that's coming, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. And this one is from Watcher.guru as well. Ethereum rises relative to Bitcoin. Has altcoin season arrived? No, it has not. I'm sorry to rain on your parade. Alt season, it has not arrived. To me, this is all to do with the Shanghai buy the rumor, sell the news event. Happens every time. I don't know why we forget. But this article talks about the SEC ramping up on possibly being a little bit more stringent and adding scrutiny to the Ethereum blockchain network after the Shanghai upgrade. And you may ask why. Well, this update will enable stakers to unlock their staked ETH. However, some investors are concerned about the potential for a significant sell-off of Ether on exchanges. Of course, there will be a sell-off of Ether. Absolutely will be. And that might be the catalyst for the move down in the broader crypto markets. Might be the first time that Ethereum sparks the sell-off versus Bitcoin sparking the sell-off. So we'll see how that works, but I definitely think that you will see, with the increase in supply of Ether, you will see a sell-off on Ethereum. Will that metastasize to other coins and the broader crypto market? We'll have to see. My hunch is that it will. So we only got 8 days. So mark your calendars, 8 days until this Shanghai upgrade and all those Ether tokens are released to the wild. I know I'm probably going to sell a little bit of mine. Things have become even worse as the SEC tries to label all cryptocurrencies except Bitcoin as security. So enabling staked Ether withdrawal could elevate backlash, some are saying, guys. So this lawyer and former federal prosecutor says here that Ethereum could face backlash for enabling the withdrawal of staked Ether. He says the SEC will likely view the payment of rewards as yield, confirming the existence of investment contracts between the customers and the existing third-party staking services. Once that happens, claims could arise that staking services engage in unregulated and therefore illegal security offerings. I would not put it past the SEC at all. They've gone after companies for less. So yeah, I'm sure this is definitely on their radar now. Just saying, guys, you can play this as a proxy by selling off Ether now before the stake ones come, or at least going short. Okay, going short right before the release of those staked Ether after the Shanghai upgrade. Maybe that's a play for you. Just saying. U.S. IRS prepares for massive expansion with plans to hire 30,000 new staff members. Details also revealed that the U.S. IRS is planning to launch new technology over the next 2 years. The latest expansion is a follow-up to the $80 billion investment plan that is aimed at improving customer service and tax enforcement. This should say just in, we don't need the IRS. How about that? And I'm not even talking about for not paying taxes, but the CBDCs basically, to me, will render the U.S. IRS pretty, at some point down the road, useless, null and void, no need for it. That agency can shut down, but we know government agencies, I don't even know if I've ever heard of an agency shutting down. Let me know in the comments below or in the chat room if you've heard of a U.S. agency actually shutting down. I don't think they know how to do that. According to the latest report, the U.S. tax agency will allocate around $8.64 billion from the new funding between 2023 and 24. The U.S. IRS also stated that 8,700 plus of their new hires will be a part of enforcement staff. Yikes. So, land of the free, guys. Here we go. At least move to a state that doesn't have state taxes, I should say. At least do that favor, because it's about to get ugly, in my opinion. And on to the final article for today's My Two Satoshis episode, guys. It is all about Peter Schiff. Yes, Peter Schiff applauds ChatGPT for not recommending Bitcoin investments. Of course, Peter. The famous gold bug and Bitcoin critic Peter Schiff has once again blasted leading cryptocurrency for not making it to ChatGPT's recommended recession-proof asset list. In his latest jab against Bitcoin, the American stockbroker and CEO of asset management company Euro Pacific Capital said that artificial intelligence chatbot is smart for recommending gold and other investment vehicles over Bitcoin. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. This, we may, boo-hoo this and all of that. But, I have to say here, this does raise a little bit of concern. And the reason it raises a little bit of a concern for crypto blood is because, you guys may not know, but now you will know. I've been following ChatGPT actually since ChatGPT 1. But I publicly began notifying my subscribers about it and keeping you guys up to speed of what's going on at ChatGPT 2. This was all the way back in, let's scroll down, 3 years ago. I started telling you guys to look out for ChatGPT 2 and how it was going to be a technology that would be of danger to your career. This is what I was saying 3 years ago, ladies and gents. So, say what you want. Am I right every time? No. But you damn sure should know that crypto blood is always ahead of the curve. It just is. I'll try to drop a link to this in the description below, or actually pin it in the top right part of this video right now. But yeah, go check this video out from 3 years ago. And you know, my warning to everyone, I am still concerned, even more concerned. I never thought ChatGPT would be where it would be just 3 years later. It is insane. And what I'm hearing about ChatGPT 4 is mind-blowing. So for ChatGPT 3.5, which is the one that is available to the public right now, for it to say, and we're going to read through this, but for it to say that it did not recommend allocating any Bitcoin in a recession-proof scenario does raise some concern. Like, why? What, through its large language model, LLM, did it parse and observe from prior data sets? Did it observe from us that said that Bitcoin would not be a good allocation? According to the report, the bot suggested that investors allocate up to 40% to bonds, 30% allocation to defense stocks, and with gold and other precious metals appearing next with a 20% allocation. This exceeds the suggested percentage of prominent gold bugs like Ray Dalio and Peter Schiff himself. Lastly, the AI tool recommended a 10% allocation to cash because it allows investors to leverage buying opportunities or cover unexpected expenses. Now you have to ask yourself, seriously, this is a serious, and you need to be objective here, ladies and gents. I know this is a crypto station. I've always said that Bitcoin would not, we haven't seen it yet, but I didn't think Bitcoin would perform well in a recession. In a deep recession, like a recession we had in 2008. Remember, before Bitcoin even came to life, if we had a return to that, I do not see Bitcoin performing well. I'm sorry. Sorry to bust your bubble, guys. I have to agree somewhat with, you know, I agree with, I don't agree wholeheartedly with the ChatGPT because I think you still should have some exposure to Bitcoin, but I'm not surprised at them not suggesting Bitcoin at all. Does this play into all the altcoins? No, I don't think so. Don't be so wrapped up in your own worldview. You got to look at other people's worldviews. And damn, ChatGPT's worldview is pretty intelligent. All right, so just a conversation to have. What do you guys think? Do you think, as I do, I think you should have some exposure to Bitcoin in a recession, but how much exposure would you have to Bitcoin in a recessionary situation like a great financial crisis, GFC, that we had? If we go into GFC 2, how do you think Bitcoin will behave? Leave your comments and suggestions in the comments section of this video. And also make sure you guys hit that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. It's your boy Crypto Blood, and that's my 2 Satoshis. I'm out of here. Holla!
This my 2 Satoshis. This my 2 Satoshis. Who need 2 cents when they can get double from stacking Toshis? Yeah, this my 2 Satoshis. This my 2 Satoshis. So tune in and get the latest and greatest from stacking Toshis. This my 2 Satoshis. This my 2 Satoshis. Who need 2 cents when they can get double from stacking Toshis? Yeah, this my 2 Satoshis. This my 2 Satoshis. Tune in and get the latest and greatest from stacking Toshis. Yeah. That's where you need to get the real news at. Stop messing with them lames out there. CBTV. Let me out of here. Pop.
And we'll do it live.
Okay. Ready?
Fucking thing sucks. We'll do it live.
Okay.